Believe it or not, it's now just 6 months until the big day of Velo Birmingham. Time really is flying. Before you know it, you're going to be on the start line in Broad Street in the heart of the city. So now is the time to start taking your training a bit more seriously. Now, the organisers recently released details of the route, and it's a real cracker. You're on for a treat on the day. Over the course of the 100 miles, you'll be dealing with a little under 2,000 metres of climbing. That includes the St Kenelm's Pass, which comes on the run into home. But earlier than that, you'll be on Stanford Bank Hill, which is where the King and Queen of the Mountains is going to be located. So that means it's now time over the next couple of months to focus a bit more on your climbing, which really is quite simple. I'll give you a couple of suggestions now. The first is a proper hill climbing session, an interval session in fact. Find a local climb which is around about 5 minutes in duration and do 6 to 8 repeats up it at a good solid tempo. Have around 5 minutes of easy riding between each and make sure you're getting a good warm up before and a good cool down afterwards. Alternatively, you could design a route local to you which incorporates quite a bit of climbing. On the climbs, focus on going harder and take things steadier than normal in between the climbs. And also try to focus on some of your techniques, so things like cadence. Make sure you're not grinding up the climbs too much, and also make sure you focus on your pacing. So start each climb at a pace that you know that you're going to maintain all the way up it. That way you'll even be able to increase your power as you get towards the top. Now, the good news is at this time of year, the clocks are just about to move forward and the temperatures are gradually rising. And that's great news for our training because it means we've got more time after work with daylight hours and better weather, hopefully, at the weekends. And what that should mean is that you can gradually increase the duration of your longest ride each week, particularly as you'll be slightly fitter now than you were before with the training that you've already been doing. Doesn't need to be by much, but maybe half an hour or an hour on top of what you've already been doing. Another suggestion I'm going to make is to keep your eye out for any local events, such as group rides or maybe even a smaller sportive that you can take part in. If you do a smaller sportive, it's going to get you used to riding in a group and also get you used to eating and drinking whilst you're on the bike, which is really important. So have a look around and see if there's any events that are around about 50 or 60 miles in length. So, this is the time of year to start taking things more seriously, focus a bit on your climbing, increase the duration of your longest ride each week, but also keep things fresh. Don't do the same sessions week in, week out. If you try to change them about each week, you're going to stay lots more motivated. Now, we've got a couple of videos which we think you might like to watch right now. If you look in the top corner up there, you will see a recent one that we did entitled Climbing Made Easy, or in the bottom down there is an experiment we did last summer on how much difference body weight makes to climbing, and it really was quite a big difference.